guys, and welcome back to another edition of Ranch Talk, our silly little live stream thing that we do here every other Thursday. What, you don't
Silly.
agree? You don't agree?
That is, no.
Why are you looking at my hat? Is it that bad?
I thought it was dirty.
It might be. It probably is. Anyway, thanks for coming out, you guys. I see a lot of new faces here, and that really makes me happy. Not that I don't love all you folks that come every week, but the more we can get, the better, I think. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree. I don't know. So anyway, I was just trying to look and see how many people are here, but I don't. It's not on my thing.
It's not.
It says 3, so if there's more than 3 here, that's even better. So tonight, Erin is back home. She's been in D.C., Washington, D.C. Is there another D.C.? Probably not. But she's been in D.C. for the last 4 or 5 days. She's back home, and we're going to talk a little bit about her trip to D.C. We're going to talk about a cool event that we have coming up on Sunday. Is it this Sunday?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's coming up on Sunday in like 3 days that we really would hope that you guys would come out for and get a chance to interact with. We're also.
It's on the internet. You don't have to travel.
You don't have to travel. It's on the internet. We also are going to talk about a brand new venture that we just got into today. And if you follow us on Facebook, you might have seen a little snippet of that as we went ahead and we invited our Facebook following, which is about 4,000 people, to this kind of a soft opening.
Soft opening.
I think we're going to talk about that coming up in a little bit too. But I want to say some hi to a few faces out here that I recognize. Rancherina, thanks for coming out and joining us tonight. You have been like religiously here for the last month or two, maybe 2 or 3 months. And we're very happy to see you here. Gary Hazen is from Casper.
Oh.
And he is...
I see Gary comment all the time. I didn't realize you were from Casper, Gary.
I did not. I didn't know that either, but I thought I'd throw it out there. I always mess this up. Langster Price.
Getcha.
Langster Price. Danny Brewer is here. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. Danny is a beekeeper in Arkansas. So this is cool. I like the fact that we're not just... we're going to talk more about this later, but agriculture isn't just cows and pigs and horses and hay. I mean, it's widespread, and we hope that... are you okay?
I'm cold.
You're cold? What are you drinking?
Tea.
Tea. Okay. Also coming up today, we're going to take a look at mail call, and we have a few really cool things in the mail call that we'd like to share with you as well. Including new mugs, and we're going to talk about who sent us these Yeti personalized... These are really cool. Personalized tink metal... personalized owl cups. I don't know, what are they mugs? They're like thermal something or other.
Tumblers.
They're pretty damn cool.
They are cool.
Hi Rick, how are you? Speak of the devil. Also our mods are here with us tonight. We've got Nash Guy, Bob, we've got Ron back with us. Glad to see you back, Ron. I've got a t-shirt on the way to you, by the way. Finally, because I've been holding out for getting the right size for some stupid reason. And William Dunn, our newest moderator, is here with us. And, of course, Matthew Fensel is here as well. And we're going to talk more about those guys later. If I call him Matthew, then he thinks he's in trouble.
Okay, Michael.
Yeah. All right. So let's do this. Let's answer a few questions.
All right.
Kind of get the ball rolling,
I saw
as
one
they say.
from William. Are you guys under a frost advisory tonight? We are.
We are. I spent most of the day getting the high tunnel kind of buttoned up. The new high tunnel, the one that has the cover on it.
The other one, we're just gonna hope for the best.
Yeah, we actually have a new cover for it coming tomorrow. And we're gonna be scrambling to get all the woodwork stuff that needs done on that one, and then get the new cover on hopefully before snow. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I mean it's got to go on here shortly. If we get through, I don't think we're gonna freeze tonight. And like everything in the high tunnel that doesn't have a cover is winter crops, so they should all be fine. If they're saying 33 for a low, worst case scenario, the hourly says 36. Yep. So we'll see. 6 to 7 a.m. That's our coldest.
Our forecast when it gets down that cold can vary about 10 degrees either way. We have a neighbor that lives.
Bob and Gary are gonna freeze.
Yeah, they live actually down in a dip. They live about a half mile from us, but they live down in a dip, and they'll freeze for sure. And it's just the way that the air moves there through there. Gordon, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. I wish you'd throw a question up there, though. I feel bad that you're just
Ask your
it's like
questions.
those. Well, you probably saw people in DC when you walk by and they're playing the guitar or something, and
I
you
didn't see
just
anybody playing the guitar.
toss money in their guitar case.
I saw some.
I was this close to actually doing that for a living for a little while. And I actually talked to some guys who said they made very good money doing it. And I'm not a good enough guitar player to probably make any money doing it. But people might pay me to stop.
Maybe.
That would probably be more like it. Lori says it dropped to 20 degrees here. I missed it because it just scrolled away.
Michigan.
In Michigan. Oof.
Burr.
That
We've
is
not
cold.
froze yet. Our average frost date is like the 20th. What is today?
The 20th.
20th.
Our average frost date
So-
is today.
Yeah, so today.
So yeah.
I like I said, I don't think we'll freeze. And then we've got 5-6 days, and then it's kind of the same thing, like upper 30s could.
Yeah, we actually got last night. We got rain. We got about a half an inch of rain last night. It rained pretty much throughout the entire day. Our high temperature today, the highest I saw was like 55 degrees. So
it was hot in DC. Holy cow, hot.
it was hot and muggy, wasn't it?
So humid.
Aaron was
Thanks,
Aaron was
Florence.
worried about going to DC with Florence moving in. We really didn't know what was going to happen with that whole deal, so we didn't.
I went.
You went, but there was very much like, should I go? Should I not go?
Yeah.
Am I going to be able to get back? If Florence turns north, you might be stranded there.
Well, and like when we were really worried about it, Florence was still very strong.
Right.
And then, as it dissipated or as it got brought down and stuff, the forecast wasn't as bad for DC, but it rained. We got rained on.
Gordon he said he wanted to say hello from Fort Worth. I was actually in Fort Worth like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went to the stockyards and did that whole thing, and I was telling Aaron last night about it because they have bars there that have corrals behind the bars, so they're bringing bulls into the bar and letting. I doubt they let any drunk idiot get on a bull, but
do you think they're
maybe
tame?
Are the bulls tame or are the
Anybody
people in the
know?
bar tame?
No, the bulls.
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
I'm sure they're not. I mean, no bull is really tame. I've been dealing with bulls for like a week now, so I know that they're a giant pain.
Thanks, Andy, for the super chat.
Yes, thank you, Andy. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's hit it up a few more questions here before we get into all of our blah, 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 blah.
Dave McKenzie says they are tame.
Are they really? Wow. I mean, I guess if you just keep working with them, they're like anything else, but I still wouldn't trust them.
Steve says they are not.
All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves. We're going to move on.
I love the input. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
We still don't know.
We don't know.
Said, Dave McKenzie says you can sit on them and take pictures.
Really?
Why didn't you do that?
Because I did not go in one of those bars. I went from the stockyards to a barbecue joint named Cooper's. And then, well, if you saw the video, I'm not going to bore you with it, but that's what I did. So
you didn't have any fun food.
Fun food?
People like new stuff. I had Thai food and tapas.
Oh yeah, we're going to hear all about the good food that Erin had.
It was fun.
Where are my cinnamon rolls, by the way? Erin actually baked today because of the weather. She didn't want to go out and pick and
it was raining.
Get pneumonia.
Yeah,
so she baked today, and I'm sure there's extra cinnamon rolls left over.
We're not done packaging, so I don't know what's left over yet.
It was
Grace was the one. I want a caramel roll for dinner. It's like, you can't have one. Not yet. I gotta finish packaging.
I really just wanted to eat one just to torture Bob, because every time I talk about cinnamon rolls, Nash guy, he wants me to put one in an envelope and mail it to him. And if I put it in a baggie, maybe. But I don't know if he'll make it or not.
No.
One of those dogs that's in the post office might go a little bananas on it. So.
When is it Construction Ranch? LOL. Hey, from Ivan and I don't know.
Oh, Ivan and I'm gonna mess this up. Elena, I think.
Thanks for the super chat.
That's they stopped by here, and they are IT folks who travel all over the place, and we talked about our internet infrastructure to where we can actually be able to do more stuff and have better Wi-Fi in different spots. Very, very nice couple, and we sat and talked for I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes, and hammered some stuff out. So Mike had tried have you ever tried pork sliders?
Mike had pork sliders.
I did? Maybe I did. I did have pork sliders. I did. At a restaurant or at a hotel. I did have pork sliders. I don't know if that's a Texas thing or not, but they were good. I had to think about that. Cheyenne Stout asks when antelope hunting starts. Antelope season here starts on the 1st of October. We have some really cool hunters in. I'm hoping to get in and have them introduce them to you. Be able to do some video stuff with them, talk about the hunting experience on the ranch once again. And I'm kind of hoping, I kind of got my fingers crossed. Why do you keep looking at my hat? You're freaking me out, man.
This is your nice hat, and you've been wearing it.
I know.
He's been wearing it on the ranch. It's
Michael,
not going to be nice.
Michael Nicholson got on me about it. He said, "What happened to your old crappy hat?" Well, I got this hat when I went to Dallas, and I've just kind of been wearing it, and I should go back to my old nasty one. But anyway, my fingers are crossed for we're going to try to get one of the hunters on a live stream while they're here.
Fun.
How come everything I tell you, it's like you don't know anything about it? It's like a surprise. It's always a surprise.
Hi, Blake.
Hey, somebody downvoted us already, Brian? That was Brian, I think, that did it.
Thanks for the downvote. It doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't care. Upvotes, downvotes, comments, it's all interaction, and it all helps us. So
that's all that YouTube cares
downvote
about.
So away.
Feel free. Jason Gardner said, "I bet you're glad to be away from DC traffic." How was traffic in DC?
It wasn't bad. We stayed in Arlington. Well, we stayed at Crystal City in Arlington. I don't know. It was on Crystal City, the street, and we just walked a lot. We stayed at a Marriott. The conference was at another Marriott. There's 3 Marriotts all within like a mile. We booked the wrong Marriott, so we walked.
Because there's like 18 Marriott.
There's 3. So we walked a lot, and then we just did a few Ubers, took the metro, took some shuttles. Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't bad. And then we flew out of Baltimore. So yesterday morning I got up at 2:30 in the morning, our time, so we could get an Uber, go to Baltimore, get on an airplane, and come home.
Right.
So I was tired. I'm still tired.
Yeah. I don't know. Since we're talking about your vacation, should we actually get into it a little bit, or should we answer some more questions?
I'm gonna answer a question. Nick Fisher wants to know: can peach trees grow in Casper, Wyoming? Yeah, there's Zone 4 peach trees. Yeah. It's going to be iffy.
How do the zones work? They get lower as you go farther north?
Florida's 10.
Florida's a zone 10, so then we just work back
We're
from
4. Canada's a -3. No.
I don't know what's up.
I don't know what it's. I think it goes down to like 1. I don't know. Yeah.
And we're a zone 4, so we hit you just give up after zone 4. You don't care.
You can garden zone 3. After that, it's pretty tough.
Is it? I'm sure there's people in Canada that garden.
Well, yeah, most of Canada, lower Canada is like 3.
Oh.
Nobody really lives in upper Canada.
Yeah, they do. There's
not
huge gold mines up there, and
well, some,
but they're not. Yeah, they're not harvesting. They're harvesting a different kind of. Hold on, I got a joke. They're harvesting a different kind of carrot. Okay, go ahead.
You should have saved that for the podcast.
Damn it! You should have saved that one.
All right. I'm trying.
Dead air, bad. Dead air, bad.
I'm reading questions.
Stop reading. Just know.
Just know.
Just anticipate. Yeah, Blake's here now, I think. I think I saw Blake scroll by. Hi. Thanks for coming out, Blake, man.
I said hi like 5 minutes ago.
Did you really? Oh, my bad. Brian says that Our Wyoming Life needs a mascot.
Well, an owl would be quite.
I've kind of been thinking. We do the
we
owl.
We have barn owls.
We do.
What are they? They're just barn owls.
Yeah, and
what's the
last owl that I actually caught that I could have turned into a mascot got caught in a fence way back.
Was it alive?
Yeah, we got it out of the fence, and I think Mitch was working here at the time, and we got it untangled from the fence.
What kind of owls are they?
They're barn owls.
Barn owls.
Yeah, they're nothing special, but they're barn owls.
We haven't had any for a while.
Can anybody get us a pet owl? Oh my God, Grace would go nuts if we had a pet owl.
Grace loves owls. She would just die. I brought her a kitty to play with today.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later, but yeah, we brought a cat into the house, and one of the barn kitten, and Grace got a chance to play with it. Any other questions you want to answer before we get into your DC trip? We'll talk about that a little bit. What you were doing there, how you hated it.
It's just humid. I was just sweaty.
And it was raining a lot of time, wasn't it?
It's so sweaty and wet the whole time.
I guess we do kind of have a mascot if you count the peacock. I mean, he's doing good.
I saw him
out,
on the sales barn today.
yeah, he's out strolling around doing his thing. He's getting a little bit more adventurous now with his lacking of a leg kind of thing, and he's he's still got his peg legs, so he's getting a little bit more adventurous. He's out walking around. I'm talking with my hands a lot today.
I don't want guineas, thanks, Sean, but no thanks.
Bubbles would make a good mascot, but unfortunately, I think Bubbles is probably going to go away this year. He's been here a long time, and he's getting a little old, having a little bit of a cranky issue with him occasionally. Thank you, Tyler. Hi, everybody. I get to watch live in off work. Broken ankle. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Tyler.
That's no good. I don't know what Tyler does, but obviously you can't do it with a broken ankle.
I walked around DC a lot. I kind of feel like I have 2 broken ankles.
All
Not
right.
really, but
Let's talk about DC.
okay.
So you went to DC, Washington, DC.
I think it's time to call it DC.
I just had it stuck in my head. You know what it is? It's when people say Washington and don't say DC, and then you don't know if it's Washington State or that's what I'm thinking of. But anyway, you went to DC for a farmer's market shindig.
What was it called? Direct agricultural marketing or something. Yeah, farmer's market
Thing.
A farmer's market conference, and I'm going to one in February too.
Yeah, but that one's in San Diego.
That one's called Intense.
Like intense?
Intense. TENTS. Like
Ooh.
Tense. Like farmer's market. Tense.
That's
very
like,
clever.
That's like a play on words.
Yeah, so I left Saturday. I left Yolanda Market with 2 vehicles. So you got them both home. So good job.
I did that.
Yeah, and we got there Saturday late. Conference was on Sunday. I went to the DuPont Circle Farmers Market on Sunday, which was really fun. And holy crap, do they have a lot of produce. Saw some really cool booths and displays and brought home like a ton of ideas. I was sending you pictures of like, we need to do this. We need to do this.
Yeah.
Look how this is displayed. Like it was cool to see that. That's probably one of my favorite things about farmers markets. Had some really good dumplings at the market. Wish we could get a dumpling vendor. That would be cool.
I don't like dumplings. I'm not a big fan.
You like dumplings?
Do I?
Yeah.
Maybe I do. I don't know. You probably just fed it to me and didn't tell me what it was.
No, I make them here at home. I buy them frozen and make them. What are they called? Pot stickers. Kind of like pot stickers.
Oh, okay. I have a funny dumpling story.
Okay.
When I was a little kid, I don't know how old I was, 5, 6, 7 years old. I went and stayed the night at a friend's house, and they had like dumplings for dinner.
Okay.
And I never had a dumpling at that point, but I didn't like the look of it.
Like a chicken and dumpling?
Yeah, like chicken and dumplings.
That's different.
And I told the mom, I remember specifically telling her that I was allergic to dumplings. And I remember getting kind of a weird look. You're allergic? I said, yeah, I'm allergic. I can't have those. I'm allergic to them. So I think I had a bowl of cereal or something. But anyway.
Yeah, so what else did we do? Took a lot of classes, listened to a lot of people speak, learned some stuff, brought home a ton of information. I went with Hannah and Megan, who I've talked about a million times on the channel. Megan was in my last video. Hannah helped me prune trees.
I think Hannah was in the last video too, briefly.
Okay. Yeah, we came back with a whole bunch of stuff that we want to do. Not so much like new programs, just some changes.
Cool.
So yeah, it was good.
And like you said, USDA was there, and like
yeah,
some
USDA
of that kind of
was there.
You're in DC, so all the government organizations were probably, had a day off kind of thing.
Got to talk to some people with the Farmers Market Promotion Program grant about what can Wyoming do to get this grant. So yeah, it was good. This is a funny story. So whenever you say you're from Wyoming, well, typically in my experience, when you say you're from Wyoming, when you're outside of Wyoming, people think like, Wyoming's really small. You guys must all know each other. So we're sitting at dinner one night at the hotel.
Yeah, people always do that. Hey, do you know Bob Smith? And
yeah,
you're like, no.
He lived in Hewlett 20 years ago. Oh, no, I don't know who that is. But we were visiting with this really nice gentleman, and I don't remember where he was from, but he was like, do you know so-and-so? Said her name, and we were like, yeah, actually we do. So that's the first time I think that that's ever happened to me, that someone's like, oh, you're from Wyoming, do you know this person? Yes, actually I do know that person.
That's so weird. That has never happened to me.
No.
That's crazy. So we have a little
we have a super chat.
we have a super chat from Dirty Red.
Thank
you guys
you.
are my favorite YouTube channel. Great to watch every evening when I take off my uniform.
When I take my uniform.
when I take my uniform.
I don't know what you're doing with your uniform, but thanks for watching and thanks
What
for
kind
the
of
super
uniform? I'd
chat.
actually be interested to know now at this point. Somebody asked me about my hat while you were talking about things, and it's a Stetson something or other. Stetson hat. I'm really not into the different style. I just find what I like and I take it. So we're gonna watch. I put together a little thing today about Erin's trip.
Let me twist the cup so you can see it. Marketing.
You're a dork.
Should I have a Forrest Gump moment and run across the reflection pool?
Hey, there we are. I like that. Those were all little videos and pictures that Erin was sending me while you were there. I really like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in the rain.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Mike kept saying, you need to send me pictures with you in them or take video with you in it. Downpouring.
Just for the proof that she's there. I mean, I just didn't pull them off the internet.
We went to the Arlington National Cemetery on Monday. Pouring. I bought a $3 poncho at the gift shop, and there are pictures. You did not include them, but I sent.
There is one picture of you in your poncho, and you're just like, I'm just miserable. It did not look like a good picture.
No, I was just. It was warm. I mean, that part was good. It's when it rains here, it's cold, so you can't ever be outside in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was raining, soaking wet, so wet. In fact, we walked around for 2 hours in the rain. My feet are now peeling. All the skin is falling off my feet, so that's super awesome. But yeah, it was really cool. I've been to DC before, but I did not go to the cemetery, and so it was really cool to be there and really neat to be there in the rain and to see it's still it is like on TV, and there's always somebody there. So
right. Yeah,
it was neat.
It's you went to the Lincoln Memorial, and you did this all after the classes of the day. You kind of you could sneak out and do a little bit of sightseeing.
We had a break on Monday. Well, they duplicated classes, but because there was 3 of us, when they did breakout sessions, we could pick the topics and then divide and conquer.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a 2-hour break. So we ran to the cemetery, and then Tuesday it ended at noon. And we didn't fly out till Wednesday, so we did most of all the sunshine stuff. Was Tuesday afternoon. So
dirty red U.S. Army uniform.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much. Well, here's one. What's your preference, flat dumplings or fluffy dumplings? From Larry Parrish in Hudson, Florida.
Asian dumplings.
I don't know the difference. I don't even know what the hell a dumpling is. So
well, there's chicken and dumplings.
You don't make that.
No, I've made it once with, I think, fluffy dumplings, not the flat dumplings. These were Asian dumplings. I don't know what they're really called, but they came with soy sauce.
A couple more questions here. Mike, were you a rock station DJ? I was. I did a morning show for a while on a heavy metal station.
Active rock.
Active rock is what we can't say heavy metal because then people get scared. Active rock station.
It scared me.
I did mornings on a pop station with Britney Spears and Rihanna and all the I didn't even know who the hell I was talking about half the time. And I had a co-host. That was kind of cool. Did I do any other rock stations? I think that's it for rock.
Country.
I did a lot of country stations. Classic. I did a classic rock station for a little while.
KRQU.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little one.
Can you remember the calls from your first station?
My first station I ever worked at?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first station I worked at was like part-time. It was KPQX, your kind of country. That's what it was. Yeah. And it wasn't real. It was all like voice tracked and recorded. Like, so
Oh, you went live.
I didn't really have to do anything. I just recorded everything. So yeah, your kind of country.
Dennis wants to know how you did with the kids while I was away. Well, they're all alive. So good.
Yeah, I did pretty good. I mean, we missed the school bus one morning because I was horribly late in getting everybody ready. So I ended up taking kids to school.
We have a housekeeper that comes Monday morning, and it was picture day, so my mom came to help do hair.
Yeah.
You didn't pick up on Sunday. You should have picked up on Sunday. We pick up the house before she comes to clean.
You have to clean before the housekeeper comes.
Of course you do.
She comes once a week. Very nice young lady. I mean, she
makes my life so much easier.
Yeah, we actually have only used her during the summer usually when Erin's so busy in farmers market and stuff like that, and then Erin goes back to doing her thing. But there's just only so many hours to go around. Not that I'm justifying having a housekeeper, because I just think it's weird to have a housekeeper.
Let's just be honest. I don't like to clean.
Neither do I. I like making messes though. How does that work?
And you picked up the house before I came back.
I did. You know what? Somebody actually reminded me to do it. I got a comment that said you're going to do a hurricane house cleaning, and I did. Yeah. I picked up. I didn't vacuum or anything, but I did pick up, and I started laundry before you came back.
Wednesday, or on Monday. I came back on Wednesday, so it was fine.
It's you know.
Yeah, you did fine. Kids made it to school.
I did dishes before you came back.
Yeah, the sink was empty.
I did that. So I cleaned the sink because the sink was horribly nasty. After I put all the dishes in the dishwasher, I looked at the sink and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna puke!" Like the sink was just.
Because you didn't do any dishes the whole time I was gone, did you?
I sure did. What the heck are you talking? Of course I did. I did dishes after every single thing we used.
Did you cook?
No. Well, you don't really have to cook for the kids because they eat like chicken nuggets and
my mom
peanut butter sandwiches, and your mom cooked dinner for us once, and
I thought twice.
Well, she did twice, yeah, and then she said, "I'm done." I ate at McDonald's once while you were gone. So.
Once I checked, I lost my debit card.
Oh yeah, I did. I ate there twice. But you know what's funny?
I had to check to make sure nothing got charged. McDonald's. I think there was like 3 McDonald's.
No, there wasn't. There was 2. But I went through. I had Lincoln with me, and I went through McDonald's, and I was just grabbing something really quick because it was like late in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I had him with me, and I said, "Do you want something from McDonald's?" He told me no.
You didn't even get him a chocolate milk?
He didn't want anything.
I got him a pop one time at McDonald's instead of chocolate milk. He was pissed. I want chocolate milk. Chalk milk. He calls it chalk milk. And you took Lincoln to the dentist on Monday.
I did take Lincoln to the dentist. That was fun.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how much Lincoln's going to cost us? This is ridiculous. So Lincoln is a thumbsucker, and he has a huge overbite. So he goes in for surgery in October, and he's so young, but they're going to install this thing in his face that starts pulling his upper jaw back, or his face. His skull is going to be pulled back to match up with his lower. I feel so bad for the kid.
And he's got cavities really bad.
He does have cavities because he only brushes on one side, and you yell at him, and he brushes for like 2 seconds on the other side.
I know. I try and brush for him, but he's not down with it.
Yeah. So long story short, all the kids were alive. We only had one major meltdown, and that was from Mackenzie, who didn't want to share at one point, and she threw a toy at Grace's head, and she got sent to her room. This is how sensitive Grace is, though. Grace wanted to sleep with this toy, and Kenzie had it. And I said, "Well, why don't you let Grace sleep with it for tonight?" And Kenzie said, "Fine," and winged it right at her. And I sent Kenzie to bed. Grace went in and laid down, and then she started bawling. And she said, I feel bad. I got Kenzie in trouble. I said, "You didn't get Kenzie in trouble. Kenzie got herself in trouble." Long story short, to get Grace to calm down, I had to let her go give the toy to Kenzie, and then we all had to tuck in Kenzie and make sure that everything was cool. And then we all flowed just fine. Yeah. But weird. Grace is definitely the middle kid. Yeah.
She wants to make everybody happy.
Yeah, she sure does. So anyway,
guys got more questions?
Yeah, if you have some more questions, throw them up there. I'll roll back. Jesus Alex Cardona question: did you get all the tractors fixed? Yes, they are all back on the ranch. Are they all fixed? No. Are they all back on the ranch? Yes.
They're all operational.
They're all operational. We have a few issues. The big one that the 6410, which we use for feeding, went in for was that the hydraulic system was over pressure, and it was causing the hydraulic system to overheat. They might have fixed that. It's still not within. It's within specs, but it's still really high, and they basically said we don't know.
I'm reading Blake's comment, and I.
And Blake want to come look at it?
No.
My sister hit me in the head with pliers when we were little. I'd have preferred her throwing toys. That explains a lot, Blake. Now it's all coming together. It's a love for tools.
Yeah.
He had one embedded in his head. Maybe she should have thrown a socket wrench. Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Michael.
I think he's talking to someone else. Oh yeah, Michael Wilder from Rollins. Blake was in Rollins.
Blake was in Rollins. Okay, good deal.
Blake comes to Gillette often though and does not call.
Does not call, doesn't stop by. It's okay.
Yeah, all about the stuff about Lincoln. Thank you guys. He's gonna be fine. Kenzie actually had to have surgery too when she was about this age. She had a really bad cavity and had to have a cap put on, and was just too little so
they knock him out.
So they just knock him out.
Well, the other thing with Lincoln is that he's tongue-tied.
Yeah,
which we had never heard anybody, the doctors, that he goes to and stuff like that, have never said a thing about it. But the dentist said he's tongue-tied. So I don't know if they're going to snip that while he's in there or not. I don't know how that works.
It is what it is. I think the hardest thing is going to be that he has to quit sucking his thumb. So, and they want that done before we take him.
But, the dentist did say that with that contraption, this evil, medieval-looking device that he's going to have attached to his face, it'll actually stop him from sucking his thumb because it'll rub his thumb wrong. So I think there's
there's gonna be bars.
Bars or something.
All of our kids are gonna have appliances on. We're just starting down the route. Like Mackenzie and Grace are super narrow. They're gonna be spread here before too long. I mean, it is what it is. It's yeah. I want them to have nice teeth. So
yeah. Are you counting eye rolls?
I'm trying not to roll my eyes.
She is. She's trying very hard not to do it because
that made me all self-conscious about it now. So
okay, so we're at 7:33 our time. So let's move into mail call. You want to do that?
William Dunn was struck by lightning when he was 7. I'm sorry about that.
Wow,
William, that's crazy.
Did it leave a scar or anything? I've seen those lightning scars. You ever seen a lightning scar?
They're like trees.
Yeah, that's crazy. Everybody's talking about who got smacked with what when they were kids. Did you get hit with anything when you were a kid?
I got hit in the head with a softball.
On purpose?
No.
Oh.
I played softball. And I remember it. I remember seeing it come at me. It was I don't know, cartoon or something. I don't know. I just stood there and watched it hit me in the head and it knocked me out.
Really? How old were you?
10. No. I don't know. 8 or 10, something like that.
I didn't have any brothers or sisters, so really if anything hit me, it was my own fault.
Yeah, well, this wasn't even my sister, so.
Yeah.
But I remember watching it. I shouldn't have moved. I don't know why I didn't, because kids are dumb. And then I remember I was on the grass, so yeah, that was fun.
I don't remember. I remember making this. Kids, don't try this at home. But I remember making fireworks as a kid.
Of course.
And I'm lucky I didn't blow anything off. But yeah, I don't remember really getting injured badly as a kid. So. I do remember a kid shooting me in the ass with a BB gun. I do remember that. That hurt.
I almost spit my teeth.
Sorry. It happened. It was one of those things, and I'm sure that lots of guys out there can attest. Matt got hit by a skillet from his wife.
I bet Tammy didn't do that.
She might have. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at mail call here, and then we'll talk about some of the stuff we got. Are you situated?
I'm trying to get situated.
All right.
This couch tries to
I got a lot of stuff to talk about still here, so I got a whole list. This is my list here. This is my list of stuff. You can't read it because if you could read it, that'll total spoiler alert. But that's my list. So let's talk really quick about some mail call stuff. Now, I love it when we get letters from little kids.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's
great. Hard to read.
It's cool. Very hard to read, and I've got something new here that I'm gonna do for you because It is so hard to read. I'm actually going to show it to you guys, maybe, here on the screen. So this is from Quinn, and I love it because it starts out, dear chickens, cows, peacocks, horses, barn cats, pigs, Mike and Erin, Mackenzie, Grace, and Lincoln. We're at the bottom of that list. We watch your show every week. We heart that you have so many animals. I am 10. My name is Quinn. My brother's name is Beck. He is 7 years old. Their mom is from Gillette. That's kind of cool. We did actually, tell you the truth, this kid's grandparents.
Yeah, and he talks about
yeah,
that.
he talks about that. Let me get back to us here so I can actually see myself. His grandparents come to market all the time.
Yeah.
So they live in Houston, and my grandparents come to market. So a very nice little letter from him. And the greatest thing, though, is that I want to have a farm when I grow up. This is a barn cat that he drew a picture of for us.
Tex-Mex.
Yeah, this is the barn cat that snuck in the letter like yours do. Like the barn cats always sneak into videos. Yeah. So this barn cat snuck into the letter.
That's pretty smart.
Tex-Mex is our new kitten. So thank you, Quinn, very much. I don't know if you're watching or not, but we do want to thank you for sending us a little note about what the heck did I just do?
You can't figure out how to run it today.
I can't figure out how to run this damn thing. I need like a director. I need someone to push buttons and mash things for me. So that's from Quinn in Houston. So thank you, Quinn. Also, we have this really cool letter from Wayne, and he watched the hay video, and it reminded him of a photo that was given to me when I was doing my family's ancestry. So I don't know if this photo actually came from his family or if it was just given to him. But it's 21 horses pulling a wheat cutting machine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is insane. Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you, Wayne. We do appreciate that. Also, we were talking a little bit about this earlier, and Erin kind of threw it out there, but Rick and his wife Dawn, who actually attended the farm to table dinner, are the ones that sent us the Yeti mugs that are. I didn't take a picture of them. I should have, because it's a lot easier to hold them up here. But see, because I can't figure out which direction's
it's
which.
Backwards.
Yeah, you did it. And then it says Our Wyoming Life on the back. Somehow, there we go. That's us. So
that's us.
There we go. So thank you guys. Thank you for everything that you send into Mail Call. Not everything that gets sent into Mail Call makes it into a video, of course. They're ridiculous amount of stuff occasionally, but we do obviously get everything, and there's some really cool things that people send, and I'm totally humbled by it, because I think it's insane that anybody would waste 29 cents or whatever. What does a stamp cost?
I don't know.
Money. Anybody waste anything sending
I don't know.
this.
What does a stamp cost?
I don't know. I'm sure somebody will tell us now.
Is it like
49 cents?
47? I don't know. I just buy them.
Yeah. So anyway, who writes stuff on the project list? Both of us do, actually, right about now. Erin's always putting stuff up there. I write stuff.
Not always.
Not always, but you do. You write stuff up there occasionally.
Yeah.
I tend to.
We've got to do. Yes, and we're kind of time sensitive on the gardens and the whole frost thing. Like, we got to get some stuff done. So
52, 47. We don't know. Nobody knows how much a stamp costs either. So how would I be able to get a coffee cup like that? You can actually go to Yeti.com.
Yeah, these are not a product that we sell. These are just directly from Yeti that Rick sent us.
Yeah,
so.
YETA. YETA.com. Isn't it Yeti?
YETI.
Oh, sorry. My bad. That's written right in front of me, too. I could have just read it. Anyway.
If you want to we have coffee mugs on our Teespring store.
Oh, Wayne is here. Wayne's the one that sent us this picture.
Oh.
I've actually got it here in front of me. It's actually from a relative of his.
Oh.
So thank you for clearing that up, Wayne. I do appreciate that. That's really cool. I'd like to...
I read the letter first, and the picture was behind the letter, and I was... I read the letter, and we were in the parking lot of the post office, and I pulled out the picture, and we were both like, oh, wow, that's
awesome.
Really, really a cool picture.
Yeah, very cool. All right, moving right along here, because we got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. We're gonna get some questions here. Actually, let's answer a couple questions, and then we'll move on.
Someone said stamps are 50 cents. Blake, oh, stamps are 50 cents.
They cost money. Let's Dave. Thank goodness that Erin is there. I'm very thankful Erin's here. If you watched our last video, it's not even the last video made it look better than what it was. It was a little bit more hectic.
Speaking of the last video and the thumbnail, you had the broom in your hand. You didn't sweep.
I didn't sweep a damn thing. I did get the broom out of the closet and held it.
In fact, there's crumbs all over underneath the kitchen table.
Sorry about that.
And that's my apron.
I don't have an apron.
I never wear it.
Morgan pigs are doing great. We're going to check in on that before too long here.
Sold out of bacon at market.
Yeah, out of bacon and out of sausage already.
And pigs are a long ways
We
away
need to
from
raise
being ready.
prices on that stuff so it lasts longer. Really quick, I wanted to talk about what we have coming up on Sunday. If anybody's familiar with Reddit, reddit.com, Reddit, they do a thing that's relatively well known, and it's called Ask Me Anything. And it is basically a chance for celebrities or, Bill Gates. No, I'm not saying I'm a celebrity. I'm saying that there are celebrities on there that come. Morgan Freeman's done them, and Matt Damon and all these people. We actually are doing one on Sunday starting at 7 Eastern time. No. Starting at 7 our time. So
Is
not,
it at 7?
I think so.
I thought it was until
Maybe,
9.
well, there was a scheduling conflict or something. So it starts at
early.
7 our time, 9 Eastern. And
You're getting
basically we're on there typing away and answering questions. It's kind of a cool thing because last time, we did this before. We did it back in February of 2017. And we made it to the front page of Reddit. And we were like, it's all ranked
It's
or
based
something.
on interaction.
Right. So we made it to the front page of Reddit, and it was actually really cool. And some of you guys might have actually found us that way.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be doing it again, and we're going to see if we can see if lightning strikes twice, because it was pretty cool last time. This time it might not be.
It was a lot of comments. You answered comment. You sat on your butt on the computer for
like 12 hours. 12 hours.
My friend was like, "We're going to dinner." Stop.
The guy that did an AMA right after us, I always say this because this impresses me, was Bill Gates. Did an AMA right after we did. So we will be doing that, and we're going to, hopefully, I think I'm going to put something on the community page or something like that, reminding everybody of what we're doing.
Yeah, once we get the link.
Yeah, we don't get the link until a half an hour before the event. So once we have a link, I'll put it on the community page, and then hopefully we can drum up some excitement on it.
So if we haven't answered your question here, head over to the AMA on Sunday, and we will try and answer it there.
Exactly. So, and this is good because it actually does put us in front of a lot of people that otherwise may never find us. So it's just one of those things that helps promote the channel and helps get us out there and gets agriculture right up in your grill.
I do really good until about 45 minutes in, and then I just get tired, man.
On this?
Yeah.
You okay?
It's not that I'm bored. Like, I don't want you guys to think I'm bored. It's that Thursdays are super busy days. It's market season, and I do fine until I sit down, and then I get tired. So
don't sit down. You want to do this standing up someday?
No.
No? We could. All right. So that's the Reddit AMA. I wanted to talk about that. Also, let's answer some questions, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about this. Okay? All right. So let's answer some questions. What's your favorite season on the ranch? From Roy Templeton.
Spring.
Spring is your favorite?
Absolutely.
I don't know. Spring is weird here. Like spring, it can snow. It can be horrible in spring. I mean,
it's wet and sloppy and snowy and hot, and it's spring. Though.
And spring is like one of my busiest times because I'm just hopping with calving and stuff like that.
And then it's like gardens.
Yeah.
I
would honestly say like this time of year is probably my favorite. I'm done with calving. I'm done with branding. I'm done with haying somewhat. I still have to gather hay. I still haven't finished gathering hay, and we're still getting hay delivered. But it's this time that I can actually kind of downshift a little bit and figure out what needs to be done close by.
The end of
and
the
get
craziness.
some stuff done.
The end of the crazy season is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I love in the spring when 50 degrees is so hot. Love that.
When 50 feels hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 feels so freaking cold right now. Hate it. I hate the cold. I think like winter here is it can be really brutal. But we also get times where it's 40 degrees and the sun shines a lot even in the winter. So I don't. Once I get acclimated, it's this fall transition, like acclimation time. Best way to get used to the cold though is just go out and be in it.
Right. Right.
But
So yeah,
it's been windy. It was rainy today. I couldn't pick vegetables. Kind of a crappy day.
it was, but the gardens are still doing well.
Yeah, we'll see
mean,
what happens by tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we could freeze. So,
Um,
Alex, do you have any issues or allergies with the hay or dust? I used to. I don't know if I kind of worked through that or
you had-
what.
when you mowed sun, you were
When I mow, yeah, if I mow like weeds and
Weeds.
stuff like that, that kind of gets to me a little bit. I used to, when we first came here and we were first haying, I had a hell of a time.
Mhm.
I actually I didn't go to the hospital. I went to the eye doctor.
Yeah.
Remember that? Because I couldn't, my eyes like swelled shut one year.
you were like pulling hay barley out of
yeah.
the swather. Or something.
Yeah, and it like tried to kill me, and I ended up going into the doctor. They gave me the steroid drops or something, or I don't know what it was, saline. I don't know what they put in my face, but yeah, that kind of straightened me out. But then I think I've gotten better over the years.
Yeah, I had hay fever really bad when I was a kid, and now like nothing bothers me. I don't know, but some people it gets worse when they get older. Both of us, it's been fine. So again, I think we're just out in it, and for whatever reason, we become acclimated.
You just build up an immunity to it. Yeah.
Some people don't though. Sometimes some people get more sensitive. So
this weekend on Sunday, our video, we're gonna be wrapping up with the bulls. We're gonna get them home and figure out what we're going to do with them. We're going to take a look at them. We're going to figure out which bulls need to go and which bulls are going to stay. So that'll be Sunday's video I saw that Nick was asking and a couple other people are asking about Sunday's video. We're going to come right out of that into the AMA. So honestly, if this might be...
Oh yeah, the AMA and the video are going to come out at the same time.
At the same time. So I'm going to be answering
Jeez.
video comments and answering the AMA thing at the same time.
You planned poorly.
I planned very poorly.
It was supposed to start at 9 a.m. Mountain.
It was, and that's what I told them, and apparently that did not get across. Either that or I said 9 a.m., and maybe because they're on Eastern time, they just didn't take into effect the...
Yeah. Oh, well.
I don't know. So, that's how that plays out. We'll see.
It's okay. Where is Bubbles going?
Bubbles will be sold, more than likely. Where he goes, that's a darn good question. We never really know. Other ranchers could buy him to finish out the rest of his breeding life. He's really too old to be turned into any, hamburger or anything like that for people.
Dog food.
So not people food. It's life. That's how it works. He's had a lot of good years here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good bull.
Ross, why do we have to go to all these other social media sites just to follow you? It's a pain in the butt. But YouTube is the main one. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to at all. Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, and thank you, Ross, because you're going to lead me right into my next thing. The fact of the matter is that the more you're out there, the better it is, and that's just kind of the way that it is. And I'm not very happy
social media
about
is not just like one site anymore. Like if you're in the business of social media, which we are in the business of social media, you have to be on multiple sites. You don't have to follow us. Follow us on whatever site you feel comfortable with or you enjoy. If you just want to watch videos on YouTube, watch videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
You don't have to like us on any of the other stuff. In fact, most people don't. We only have 4,000 people on Facebook, about 1,500 on Instagram, 40-some thousand on YouTube.
I mean, YouTube is the bread and butter.
Yeah.
When you look at it. But the fact of the matter is that there is people on Facebook who might find us. And if they find us and they come and watch videos and they learn about agriculture, awesome.
Yeah.
That's all that matters to us. That brings us into our new little venture that Erin thinks I'm insane for doing.
I don't think you're...
You're trying so hard not to roll your eyes. It's like you can feel the tension coming out of the eyeballs. One of the things that we always strive for is to be able to connect people with agriculture, and Erin does this through farmers markets. Her big thing is come and buy your food, meet a farmer, talk to the person that grew it. And it's not only us, because it's everywhere, and we've talked about it a little bit earlier about that, about beekeepers and people that grow peaches or blueberries or whatever it is. It's all agriculture. One of the things that we honestly, I get a ton of questions that I don't know the answer to. And there is still, even that disconnect that there isn't really, we couldn't really find a place where you could just come and ask anything.
Yeah, we live in a very tiny corner of agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, somebody's asking about silage. We don't raise silage.
Yeah,
There's a
we're not
million
wet enough for
different
silage.
kinds of grasses that can be in hay fields depending on climate. I grow a very small variety of crops because we're zone 4. So there's a lot more to agriculture than what you guys see with us.
So what we did, or what I did, because Erin was gone when I did it, pretty much.
No, you started it. Well, we did it last night.
Yeah, we did a lot of it last night.
I'm okay with this. It's just we are so busy. YouTube behind the 3 videos a week, 30-some minutes a week is what you guys see. Takes so much work. It's not that I don't want us to do more stuff. It's that it's the end of summer and we're both really tired, and it's been a really busy summer.
It's been a busy summer. So basically what we did was I put together a group of some really cool people to help me out with this, number one. And that is what is going to save me on this whole thing, is that there are people that are helping me with this. Dave's helping me out. Matt's helping me out. I've got Dennis helping me out. Tammy's helping as well. And having these people, coming in and helping with this made a huge difference. So basically what we did was we made a group on Facebook. That group we're calling it's all things agriculture. It's an Our Wyoming Life community where people can come in and basically talk about whatever. We just started it today. I opened it up to our Facebook people who I think we have over 120, 130 some people already in there, and they're chatting away. They're talking about, how do you get started in ranching? There's some discussion on, we started the one about barn cats. There's discussion on that. There's discussions already going on fixing trailers, all kinds of stuff. And that's the whole point of it that we wanted to do. Was it wasn't just limited to cows and chickens and horses and pigs or whatever else. It's anything that anybody wants that information on. There's somebody else that knows something about it, and it sure as hell ain't me. So, having these people together and being able to ask questions and get the answers you want or that you need, that's where it really, I think this whole thing is going to come into play, and I think it's going to be a great thing. Also, and I'm not going to lie, it does bring recognition to Our Wyoming Life as well. So people can come in, they can ask questions, they can become members of this group, and you can join it, and boom, you're up and flying, and you can find us there as well. I mean, we're going to be poking our heads in and out. We have some really cool people that are taking care of things. One thing I really did want to hit on was that Dennis helped me out a lot with it, because Dennis actually has his own group that he runs. So it helped me out immensely in trying to figure out how to do this and how to make it happen.
Yeah, I've run pages for years with Farmers Market and other stuff and Master Gardeners and stuff, but this is our first group, and it's very different running a page, like a business page, compared to a group, which is interactive and meant for you guys to post to it and chat. And so setting it up yesterday, we were kind
of panicking because it was kind of a weird deal. But Dennis helped us out with that. And while I'm talking about Dennis, I really want to thank his daughter Kelsey for putting up with him while he's been helping me out. We've been on the phone, we've been back and forth. I'm sure she's like, Dad, come on, But he helped me out a lot with it. David helped me out a lot with it. It was just a matter of getting these people together and figuring out what we needed to do and how we needed to figure out how to do it and make it work. And I think that there's going to be some tweaking and stuff on it as we go. But I think so far there's some great things happening there. And it really does impress me that people are coming in and they're answering questions that they know about. And they're tagging other people. Hey, maybe this person can help you, and come and help us figure this out. And that's what it's all about. I mean, you saw my Tuesday video where I'm taking care of the kids, but also, Gary calls and says, hey, I need help putting in concrete. And, we're there. And it's just how it works. So it's kind of an extension of that, where we're all helping each other out. It does make sense. So I can't read that one. Feed Bubbles, meat, 2 dogs and pigs. Sell dog food.
Thanks for super chat.
Thank you very much.
So Matt has posted a link to the Facebook group. It is a closed group, but everybody that requests to join will get
right. All you have to do is you go in, you click join. It sends us an email really quick, or any of us, actually, any one of the admins, and we'll get you in there.
Yeah.
We're doing that just basically so that we're not, we don't want anything goofy going on there. We don't want trolls and all that kind of stuff. So we're trying to keep a little bit of control on it and be able to moderate it a little bit better.
Yeah.
So. Any questions before we wrap things up? We're coming up. We got about 5 minutes left, so I'd like to answer a few questions. I don't really have anything else on my list that I wanted to talk about. So let's answer a few questions, and then we'll wrap things up. Have you ever used barley fodder? That's from Wayne. We never have. We have done barley hay in the past. Gilbert was huge on hay barley.
We have not.
Cows love it.
We don't have a fodder system. It's something we've looked at.
Yeah, it takes a lot. Obviously, to feed that many cows fodder, you're talking tons of fodder a day.
It's very there's huge fodder systems out there.
But we could do fodder for like pigs or chickens and start smaller.
Do it for cows. We're not set up.
Yeah,
and
it would be nice to do it eventually. It just takes that money.
I cannot even imagine what the investment would be.
20, it can't be that much. You got trays and you got lights and you got racks and heat. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. 20 space, the building.
It all adds
I would
up.
imagine it'd be $20,000-$30,000 investment. So, which granted, when we're buying hay every year, but it's just, and it's something every day you have to tend to the fodder system.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Who named Bubbles? That's a darn good question. I really think it was either Grace or Mackenzie, and I can't remember. I was thinking about, somebody asked me the other day, and I couldn't remember. It was one of the kids named him Bubbles, and with the kids, it's funny because they name a Red Bull Bubbles, and then if we have 2 Red Bulls, they both become Bubbles. It's kind of interchangeable, but our oldest one is the one that I call Bubbles.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to buy hay again this year. Yeah, we have been. It's been rolling in. We've gotten all of our alfalfa hay in at this point, and now we're gonna get a little bit of millet hay, which is a little bit cheaper, save us a little bit of money, and help fill up the cows over the winter.
I saw one from Jennifer. Do you grow anything in the high tunnels in the winter? If so, what? Yeah, tons of stuff. Kale, scallions, carrots, lettuce, Salanova lettuce, radishes, spinach. Yeah, lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. I got a whole garden. Whole variety.
Whole winter garden going on. Chase, why do you use a lead steer and not a heifer? That's a good question. I guess I never really thought about that. When we ended up with our lead steer, it was just kind of one of those. He was white, and we were like, well, that's really cool. So
he's easy to find.
He is really easy to find out there. He's pretty well trained. He's gotten a little worse over the years. He got preg checked one year, so he's not too happy about that.
It changed him.
It changed him a bit, but he still kind of does his job. He helped me lead that one bull out of the pasture. He didn't keep him there, but he helped me lead him out of the pasture at one point. So he's a pretty good guy. But honestly, I don't know why we wouldn't use a heifer instead of a steer. That's a good question. There's probably some logic behind it. Are you okay?
Yeah, just reading the message.
Oh, okay. We also have some really big things coming up, and I would love to tell you all about them now, but we don't actually have the whole thing planned out. But we've talked about it a little bit with Farm to Table and how we're going to change that up for next year. Some of those things really cool. I'm still working on it. The new website is coming out here. We're going to have our store on the website. You're going to be able to buy beef jerky and all that crap. GoDaddy, thorn in my side. They have been driving me crazy. Long story short is that there's a program that I use to edit our website that GoDaddy doesn't like, so we're trying to figure out how to do this.
Did you make any progress while I was gone?
Not a lick. I fought with some guy in India for a little while. That was fun. He didn't want to argue with me. But yeah, so we're trying to figure that out, but we will get that up and going. So that's coming. We've got some new things coming for Farm to Table next year. Erin's still planning. Are you still doing the cookbook thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you done anything for the cookbook thing? You're in trouble. She's not here, is she? Has anybody seen the publisher
Susan?
here?
No. Sharon? Susan? Why can't I remember?
Susan.
Susan, yeah.
Wilker Publishing?
Yeah. No. I've thought about it a lot.
Yeah. Also coming up on the channel itself, we have, we talked about this earlier, but we have hunting season coming up. We're going to hang out with hunters. We're going to see what they're all about and why they come here.
Mike, it would change your life if you were preg checked too.
I guarantee you it would. I'm trying to picture that. Not in a good way. Okay, so we do have. See, now I totally got lost by that. I'm just like cringing now. So I was
Hi,
going to say we
Kyle.
have preg check coming up.
We
We
do.
have preg checking coming up. We've got hunting season. We're going to be selling calves here before too long, and actually we're going to be selling calves in October at some point. Can't tell you when because there's been threats of stupid people showing up and picketing or some damn thing.
What?
Yeah, so
It's like you don't.
you've been
tell
gone
me
for days.
anything.
You've been gone for days. This is so we get hate mail all the time, but I got one today about the new. Did I tell you this? That I got one today about the new group, and somebody said, "What are you guys trying to do? Take over Are you the know all end all of agriculture?"
We're not the no. Are we trying to take over? Yes. No, we're not. I mean, no.
That was my whole point. I sent the guy an email back. I said, "No, that's the whole point. Is that we're getting other people to take it over for us. That they know more than I do. It's just anyway that drives me crazy. The Dunhams $24.99. Thank you very much. When is the last market day?
October 13th.
October 13.
4 more.
4 more markets.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We both do.
Thank you very much. So yeah, we've got all kinds of cool stuff coming up here in the fall. Selling cows, preg checking.
Winter gardens.
Winter gardens are coming up. We're going to be one of the cool things that we do have coming up when we're going to be selling calves is I have been talking to the sales barn. And last year, if you watched our, I don't even remember what it was called, but selling the cows video.
This little calf goes to market.
Yeah, what a dumb name. Anyway.
You thought you were so clever.
I did. One of the things that I did talk to those guys is they're actually going to give me access into the inner workings of the sales barn this year. Last year I did the old camera hidden thing, because I did ask permission to film in there, but nobody actually ever got back to me. So I just went in and I was like, I'm just stretching with my phone here. Oh yeah. So. This year we actually have permission to come and do it, so that'll be cool. We'll be able to we might get a couple videos out of it. Who knows?
Freezing again.
Are you okay?
Freezing.
Sure.
It's the winter, man.
We do have some plans over the well, not so much over the winter, but in the spring we've got some hayfield work to do.
That's so far away.
I know it is. It's crazy. But somebody asked questions. We replied on improving our hay pastures, and yeah, we are. We're going to work through them slowly. We can't go through and dump.
Cover crops are a slow process.
Yeah. So we're going to be working through them slowly. And anything else that you want to hit on? Do you see any questions in there that you want to nail? Because I'm over time now.
No.
No. Kyle, thanks for showing up, man. Better late than never. All right. So I'm thinking of growing corn next year. Anything I should know?
Lots of water, lots of nitrogen.
Yeah, soil test might be a good idea.
Rotate your crop for the following year. Yeah, lots of water, lots of nitrogen. Gardens are good. 2 farm breweries. We'll see what they look like in the morning. Let's hope for 36 degrees, not 33 degrees.
Is there much stuff out there that will actually freeze? Or
the chard.
That'll be it, pretty much.
It's really, yeah. The tomatoes will be fine in the high tunnel. Yeah, the chard is probably the most sensitive thing that's outside. So, yeah. And it can die. I don't care.
The chard can die. Alex asked if he thought about spreading manure. We do spread manure every year. That's part of our sustainable farming thing. I'm going to have a video about sustainable farming coming up, by the way. But
that's a can of worms. Are you gonna
sustainable farming drives me crazy because every rancher has been sustainable farming for years. They never throw anything away. They reuse as much as we can. It's just now it's a catchphrase thing, but I'm just going to open a whole can of worms with that. So, yeah, we are
going to try out a new feeding manure technique.
Yeah, we're going to actually use the cows.
Don't tell them. It's a secret.
It's not a secret. Spoiler alert. We are going to use the cows to help us spread manure this year. So that'll be a new venture that we haven't tested before.
Yes, we do have a winter market, Jennifer. It is the 3rd Saturday of every month, starting in November.
Yep.
I don't have a location for the November market.
Gary wants to know how much you're charging for a pound of lettuce.
$6-7, yeah.
Really? For a pound?
Yeah.
Wow.
You
don't package it by the pound.
No, I don't package it by the pound. Lettuce is labor intensive. Yeah. 3.5 for half a pound. That sounds horribly high. At the DuPont Circle Farmers Market in
Washington?
DC. I saw a chicken for $30. $30
For one chicken?
for a chicken. Yeah.
Was it alive still? Could it do tricks? No.
And I saw chicken feet.
You saw chicken feet.
Chicken feet.
I've never had a chicken foot. I've seen where chickens go.
And I saw lettuce for a lot more than $6 a pound. So, yeah.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us today. If you want a t-shirt or anything else, you can always check out our Teespring store, or you can go to OurWyomingLife.com. You can find out how to get stuff there. If you're new here, please subscribe. Consider subscribing. And join us as we continue on with this train wreck of a mess.
It's not a train wreck.
It's not a train wreck.
The
It's a little goofy, though.
behind the scenes is a train wreck.
Yeah. You guys see the best face. So,
thank you guys. For
yeah,
coming out
thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Make sure you hit that like button, because that the thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you want to do, it actually does make a difference for how things line out. So, other than that, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, join the new Facebook group.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Matt.
Head over, Matt. Throw that link up one more
Come on.
time. Join our new Facebook group. It's called All Things Agriculture. You can search for it on Facebook.
It's
If
a
you-
group.
If you do search for it, make sure you click on the groups icon, or else you'll never find it.
Yeah, it's a group, not a page.
Right.
So-
And join up on there and join us in some really cool conversations and stuff that's going on. So,
I'm seriously freezing. I'm going to go get a sweatshirt.
okay, we're going to wrap things up. Thanks to our moderators. Make sure you tip them on your way out. And until we see you again, thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.